Hi guys, and welcome to Faewood. I've got a little bit of a crafty haul for you guys. Some things that I've been collecting over a period of time, and some that I picked up for discounts and stuff like that. You know I love a bargain, so I'm going to start with something random because I love it and I want to share it, and I'm not sure where else to share it, but it's this little guy. Look at him. Look at the fuzzy little fuzzy. I think he's so adorable. So it's from Lucy Bad Dog, it's called. I'll show you that. She's a local here, and she had a little stand nearby. There was like this little kind of festival thing a few weeks back in Upwey, and they had music and food and little stalls and stuff, and she had a stall there, and I caught her out of the side of my eye because she was sort of away from some of the other shops, and yeah, and she had these different little creatures. Some were like little mini ones with little eyeballs in them, and some were like, you know, larger ones. I forget how much the larger ones were. This guy was $40, that's Australian dollars, and yeah, she sells nearby as well. I think up in Belgrave she's got a shop, and this is her card in case anyone is interested to contact her about getting a little toy. But I just think he's so adorable, and look at his little fluffy hair, and she had like little ones. She had little deer ones with little antlers. I was nearly going to get one of them, but I just love the little wings on this guy. And she had, you know, a few different, like an owl one. What else? This one's hawkish, it's called, so it's like meant to be like a little hawk, I guess. Hand-dyed wool felt, synthetic fur, and chiffony, I'm not sure what that says. Chiffony safety eyes. And yeah, so she had little names for them all, you know, like I think she put ish on the end of each one, so it was like deerish and, you know, owlish and stuff like that. So, and they're really, really cute. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Another really cool thing that I got was this. Look at this. Woohoo! This is tape bonanza. My friend Nicole gave me this because she said she received it and just didn't really find a use for it. So had it for a while, and it was sort of sitting there, and thought that I might get some use out of it, and I'm sure I will. Like, it's so pretty. I mean, look at all the colours and prettiness in there, and I can't wait to open it and play with some of the colours. That is going to be super fun. So I'm not sure what I'm doing with this one yet. It will probably find its way into some packaging for jewellery, but be fun to do some projects with it as well. So look how pretty. Yeah, so it's a 20 pack, 15 millimeters by 9 meters each, with all sparkling colours. I mean, pretty much, it's glitter. You can't go wrong giving me something that's got glitter on it, so I cannot for the life of me remember where the hell I got these. Do you know what? I think now that I've just said that, I think it was Right Art and Craft. Pretty sure it was Right Art and Craft. When I got the Halloween stuff, I got some sequins from there as well for my costume. They didn't make their way into the costume, to be honest, but I use sequins a lot for various things, so I'll pop those into some of my little craft containers so that I can use those for different projects. Now, if you've watched like other videos of mine, you'll know I did, you know, a fairy wings and like fairy wands and stuff for the mythical markets last time, and I really wanted to make some more wands because I thought it would be really fun to make some to buy and maybe pop them in my shop and see if people are interested. But I've been trying to find a place that's a bit more budget friendly for the actual wooden wand part, because the ones that I got were like, was it $8 or $9 for the base, and you know, once you put everything on it, like you'd have to sell the one for $50 or something like that. It's just not, it's cost prohibitive. So anyway, I found these ones on eBay. Unfortunately, they only had the two, and I think it was $10 for the two now. So I figure that that'll be pretty good. They're a nice big size, which is what I was after, was a decent size and wood. So some decent sized plain ones. If I can't find a source for ones, I might even end up trying to make some, you know, use a jigsaw and cut it out myself. But I'll see how these two go first, because I mean, I haven't done anything like this before in my shop. I don't know how they'll go, if anyone will be even interested in them. So, but I'll make two up when I have some time. That magical period when I have time. I'm trying to catch up still from having done all the costume and trying to keep up with the filming schedule for the Goblin Ball, which has been intense, to say the least. So, and I'm like so far behind. So I'm just still, trying to keep up with that. So maybe next year, I'd say. A couple other bits and pieces I got. I'm going to take these out of the bag actually. I'm part of a bead buying group, which you have probably heard me talk about if you've watched other videos of mine. It's called Handmade Alchemy. It's on Facebook, and handmade bead artists go on there and sell, you know, components and things to other beaders. So it could be like a cabochon, it could be a pendant, you know, any sort of it has to be handmade component that can be used in jewelry making. So it's not a finished piece of jewelry. It really is tailored to jewelry makers like myself. So anyway, I saw these cool little skulls with the rose. These are done by a lady by the name of Wendy Hearn, and I thought they were really cool. It was also coming up to Halloween at the time. And I thought they'd be really great as a steampunk piece. So it's got the two side bits. Oh, I'm holding that upside down, am I? It's got the mini skulls as well, which could go on either side of the larger skull. So I think that would be really cool to do some sort of, you know, large steampunk piece that was that maybe incorporated roses into it, or just even just some red elements into it. So yeah, I think those are really nice. And along with that, she had some other bits and pieces for sale, as including like these cast components from natural pieces. So she had a few leaves, I think, and like sort of fern leaves, maybe like little sprig leaves, and this little kind of nut thing. I don't know what to call it. I just thought it was really interesting, and I think it was $12. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for. It's just one of those things that sometimes when I see something really unusual that I haven't seen before, I like to pick it up, because, you know, then I have something really unique and interesting that will hopefully find its way into a piece of jewelry down the down the track. Because you never know, like you never know when you want to use something, you know, when you start a piece. So often some of the things I've got, I just think, oh wow, that's perfect, as if I hand picked it for this piece, and you know, luckily I had it, you know, in my stash or whatever. The rest of it is like tons and tons and tons of fire polished glass. So this lady on Facebook, and she had an eBay shop as well, was trying to get rid of the last bits and pieces of her bead stash. I have shown some stuff I got from her before, and yeah, she's just getting rid of the last few pieces. So unfortunately, I can't give you guys any sort of link to any of this, but I mean, fire polished glass, Czechoslovakian fire polished glass can be bought from all sorts of places. It's just she had some very good prices on hers because she was trying to just get rid of last bits of stock. So I ended up getting, one of the packs was I think 60 something little bags of 50 beads each for $40 delivered, which is really fantastic. I use these in all sorts of things. They're great for seed beading because, you know, the size is just good. If you're doing a cabochon, I will often do a row of these around the outside of it as a sort of transition into the rest of beadwork or something like that. They're good in different stitches because they're small enough to work with seed beads. Yeah, so they're just really handy. So there's all different colours. I'm just going to start randomly holding some up. So this is a lovely peachy coloured shade there. This transparent orange is very nice. That one's an even lighter creamy peach. Sort of a milky, I think it's what they call a milky peach. This one looks quite matte. I don't know if it's going to show on camera because it's in the plastic bag. It's going to be too hard for me to pull it out of the plastic bag to show you, so I hope you can kind of get a good look at it. An opaque blue. I might have to hold a few up at a time because there's so many. Some different teals. This looks like it's got a finish on it. Yeah, so this has got like a bronze finish on half of the bead. I think they're the same actually. And this is a clear teal colour. Very nice. Some different sort of silvery, bronzy colours there. This is like a tortoiseshell colour, a peachy colour again, and a milky green. This is like an opaque tortoiseshell, which is quite nice. And then this lovely kind of pink luster. It's got an AB finish by the look of it. Yeah. So very, very pretty, that one. I've got some as well that are in strands. So some lovely colours here. The green looks like a gold line green sort of colour, and some teals, and this looks like a grey. Very, very pretty. Some of them are duplicates, so like there's a couple of, you know, bags I think of each colour, so two blue, pale blues, two matte black colours. They're not the same colour, but they're both matte finishes and look like a one looks sort of dark brown, one looks sort of a little bit tealy coloured, and I don't think it's going to show up in camera, but you know, got the sort of iris purpley colours, some other beautiful kind of jewelly tones. That one's very nice. It's like a powdered blue, transparent, like rosaline, sort of champagne-y colour. This is another sort of tortoiseshell looking one, but this is slightly different again. So there's like different finishes. Looks like it's got sort of, I think this is matte as well. So I think they sort of etch it with acid to get that matte finish. These are really pretty, just that sort of pale seafoam green colour. Some very bright colours as well. I don't tend to use colours like this a lot, but you never know when that might be handy. It was random, like I didn't get to pick the colours. It was just like a bulk lot of colours. So more peachy colours and this sort of more pinky one, red. This is a purple, like an amethyst AB. An orange AB looks sort of, I don't know what that is actually. It's sort of like a pale pink, but it's got a bronze luster to it. Very nice. and like a mottled one. I don't know what they're all called or anything because I don't have those details. Some pale lavender colours. I mean, there's just so many. This really pale pink. Some more tortoiseshell. I hope these are coming up on camera. Quite hard to show it in the little baggies. These little lovely kind of green colours with it's got a brown as well. It's almost tortoiseshell with a green undertone to it. Really cool. And a bunch more because I got another pack before that, and oh yeah, and I got this little beauty, Swarovski crystal there, which is absolutely stunning. I got some larger packs of the beads that she had for decent prices as well. So they're still the 3mm fire polish glass, but large packs of them. And it's handy sometimes to have a lot of a single colour. So that's going to be good. More of that seafoam colour, a few of the that tortoiseshell, milky tortoiseshell colour, this lovely bronze matte colour. This is sort of a pinky bronze matte, which is really interesting, quite like that. And these are beautiful. These are like a pale purple with an AB finish, and hopefully you will be able to see how they look. I really like those. So these ones that I've just shown you, that sort of set, I got to pick colours because that was earlier on. She had some colours that she was like selling individually, and then she had this last bit of, you know, just selling bulk packs of things. I have one more thing from her actually that I need her to invoice me for, and I'm gonna share that with you guys when I get it, but it's very unusual. So when that comes in, I'll share that. But just some other pretty metallic and jewel tone colours there. They're all metallic, and a couple of, like two of them have that matte finish. The two outer ones have a kind of matte finish to them. Yeah, and there's just a couple other bits and pieces that I didn't hold up because there's just so many little bags. So yeah, tons and tons of little crafty bits and pieces. Like, I mean, I wish I could, I might even bring the camera down to show you. Look at all, like, all the little bags of goodness. It's like lollies. It's sort of like Christmas to go through all of that. So I'm going to have to spend a bit of time consolidating those into my bead trays. I like to sort them out by colour so that when I'm working on a certain project, I can pick my colour palette, you know, easily. So although half the time I end up with a million trays next to me anyway, but at least I feel a bit organised. Then I can say, okay, I'm making this out of blue. I'll get my blue tray and I put all my blue colours in there, because I'm nerdy like that. So anyway, I thought I'd just share this quick little haul with you guys. I hope you've enjoyed these little crafty bits and pieces. I'm sorry I can't link to this, you know, little deal that I had for the fire polish glass, but you know, there's a lot of that stuff around. If you're a seed beater, have a look into the 3mm. It's quite good. I really like using it. Or, you know, maybe other 2 to 3mm other beads that you can get. There's different types of things out there. And yeah, the fire polish glass is just so many colours. It's really, really great. So if you haven't hit subscribe and you enjoy these sorts of things, I will be having a lot more videos for you guys in the near future. I am a little behind at the moment, but I do have some really fun and interesting videos, because I know I haven't been doing any of my really fun videos for a while, and I missed that. I just haven't had time to sort of devote to that. So I'm hoping to bring all that stuff back to the channel as well. So stay tuned for all that. And anyway, I shall see you all next time in Faewood. Bye guys.